Czechs of the home team have the last change. Canada has been tied after the first period in each of its first 2 games, but exploded for 8 against the Swiss yesterday. Peter Tomek heading to Kamloops of the Western League, plays that back down, and it's played there by Keaton Verhoff, the Canadian captain. Verhoff played just 17 minutes in the game against Switzerland, so he'll be fresh for tonight. As Dima Zhilkin moves in, slides it back across. That was knocked away by Politin. Verhoff, 21 goals this year in the Western Hockey League for Victoria as a 16-year-old. Banked down, ahead is knocked down by Daxon Rudolph. We're in the home arena of Kometa Brno, the reigning Czech Extra League champions who ended the 5-year run of tree nets.
Czechia roster has him born in July too.
So that may be a consultation that's happened with the powers that be over the last couple of days. Initially, he was listed as a September birthday. The scouts would like to know.
Well, yeah, they would.
September 15th is the cutoff date for the Twins. Talking about them after the game yesterday. It's rare for them not to play together. They've been on the same team the whole time. That's brought in by Jan Trefny. Centering pass broken up by Verhoff. And look for Verhoff if the game is closed to play 25-plus minutes tonight. It was 24 minutes in Canada's opener against the Finns.
Scoring the 8 goals that Canada did versus Switzerland on day 2 kind of alleviated the ice time for Keaton Verhoff.
Could now jump up that a player can dominate their junior league, but then not play in the Czech Extra League. Long shot by Rudolph goes off escape.
And for the players, development is key. Playing is key. And too good for the junior league, not good enough for the senior league. Got to find a place to go.
Some have gone to other leagues in Europe. David Pastrnak kind of led the way by going to Sweden. Verhoff brings that back around. Bertus. Opposite right to Belahorski. That's knocked down. Brought back by Dima Zhilkin. Zhilkin has scored in both games for the Canadians. And Rudolph, a lead pass to Zhilkin. Pivots inside the blue line and drops that back down to Belchez. Tomek tries to knock that down, and busting away was Diorio on the penalty kill. Canada's not allowed a power play goal yet in the tournament. Killed off a long 5-on-3 by the Swiss yesterday. That long shooting glove by Betts, and he'll pounce off. During the penalty kill along with Ty Lawrence. And Verhoff, who plays a key role in both the penalty kill and the power play for Canada, sends that the link to the ice. Shipped ahead by Tomek. Takes the return pass along the boards. Tomek flips that back down to Hook. Tomek plays it back in the point. Across it comes. That shot by Kalish. Blocked in front by Lemieux. And the return of J.C. Lemieux. Welcome. The Ruck brothers are interesting. They are twins, but they are mirror twins. Valentini works in. He shoots. Something of a opposing rebound. That's turned away from Rudolph. One shoots left, one shoots right. One throws left, one throws right. One right's left-handed, the other right's right-handed. The only thing they do the same way is kick a soccer ball. A chance in front. Tomek pulled that across, and Trefny couldn't quite reach it.
Excellent play by Adam Valentini to be alert and aware and intercept that pass, because it would have been a tap-in.
Here's Edwards. Beckham Edwards plays that back for Rudolph across to Verhoff. Lemieux. Loose in the corner now. J.C. Lemieux plays it down to Valentini. He shields off his man, but it's poked away by Trefny. We're sending to Moose Jaw next season. That pass was broken up by Svansar. There were a lot of Czechs on the ice for a moment. Right back in by Kalish, which is not exactly how it sounds in Czech, but it's as close as I can get. Sekanina drops that back, and the long shot taken there by Hennis is turned away by Betts. Czech fans are chanting. I wish the Czech players would have a chant, so do we. Or we're trying our best. Big hit there by Bowie. And that shot at the side of the goal. Bounces wide now. The crowd hauling for a penalty. They'll get one here. The center ice official's going to call it. Here's Rudolph back at the point. And that's good away by Diorio. Valentine out to play it. Banks that back across right in the stick of Lawrence. He's up quickly. Now Jakub Vanacek. Moves out ahead. Hartle comes in and bounces around in the corner. Banked back down the ice by Ty Lawrence, who has become a go-to guy for Canadian coach Matthew Turcotte and the staff.
He sure has, and deservedly so, the way he thinks the game and gets himself into the right spots and competes.
Tuch plays that down. Besley's a long rebound there, and it's knocked away by Edwards. And Rudolph banks it back down the ice.
Ty Lawrence was the MVP of the USHL play.
Dominic Bertus, also a 2009 born, a 16-year-old player. Dominic sends that ahead. One shot for the Czechs in that power play. Remains a 1-0 lead for Canada. Rudolph knocks that free. Marcus Ruck up for his twin brother Liam. Chips that back down as Reisnecker goes back. Angles there with Liam Ruck. And the puck frozen along the boards as Liam Ruck's trying to kick that free. Now the pass stolen by Preston. Mathis Preston down for Ruck. There's Preston back with it. Slides that back to Liam Ruck at the point. It goes Rudolph, a shot that goes wide. Here's Verhoff with it. Verhoff in deep. Gathers the puck back up with that long reach. Shovels it back in front. Bouncing puck got away from Liam Ruck. Now Mathis Preston with the steal at center ice. Preston jumps in across the line for Verhoff. Has a look, pulls that back around, can't get the shot away. Now Rudolph with it. And Rudolph a long shot that goes high. Out the other side for Preston. Preston thought about the Michigan there. Back on it. Minute to go here in the period. Slides that down to Valentini. Valentini backdoor pass for Verhoff. Gonna drop that back for Preston. They have a long shift. Now Valentini has to hustle back to knock that away. Trefny works in on a backhand shot stopped by Betts. And a penalty coming out of the Czechs for a high stick with 38 for Rudolph in deep. Edwards works it free. Drops it back to Diorio. That shot goes off a leg and banks back in the corner for Lemieux. He and Hook collide again. Now the lead pass goes to Philip Novak. Novak works it back in front. The pass was broken up and moved down the ice by Cameron Chartrand. Here's Novak back with it. Long shoot. And off the draw, the Czechs control. Andre Rummel will play for the Ottawa 67s next year. Rummel has that pass disrupted by Daxon Rudolph to the line and out. Now Rudolph has it and chops it back down.
Nice play by Daxon Rudolph. Right up on the play. Recognized the bobble and created the turnover.
Final seconds of the Tomatic penalty. In comes Hook. And once again, the Czechs are up. Off the face-off, picked up by Tomac. On comes Tomatic. 5-on-3 now for the Czechs. Vanacek. Looks back down to Tomac. Tomac feeds that down to Hook. Played back to Vanacek. A shot, the save made by Betts, and there's no rebound. Off the face-off, this is Vanacek. Plays it back across to Rummel. Final seconds of the first penalty. Vanacek a shot. Betts out to make the save as Liam Ruck. Off the draw, Novak. Back to Callis, who's out there now, the 15-year-old on defense. Plays that back for Callis with a shot. Betts the save, rebound, knocked that away as well. Still loose, but backhand shot in the pipe. All three. 3 great chances in tight there for the Czechs. That's made 2 good stops in the third, hit the goalpost. 3:45 to go in the 5-minute power play. Maxa.
You look at where Novak is. He's going to come right down and be right on the backside of Edwards.
Kamanek. Back for Kallis. Now Edwards ties up Novak. Delorio poked at that. Kamas with a shot that was blocked. Here's Maxa back with it. Maxa was being tied up by Verhoff. Tomek in the high slot for Kallis. Plays it across. Novak, a shot that was blocked by Rudolph. Another chance broken up by Delorio, and Delorio sends it back down the ice. 3 to go in the side, 2 to go in the 5-minute major. Vanacek winds his way and centers it. Pass behind everyone, and racing forward is Liam Ruck. And Maxa has to hustle back and take that away from him. The Ruck twins out there killing this penalty for Canada. Maxa jumps it across the line on Rudolph. Maxa centers a quick shot, and Betts makes the stop on Tomanek. Tomanek feeds it back to Kallis. He fans on the pass, poked up by Liam Ruck and sent back down the ice. Kamas winds in around Diorio. Diorio trying to work that free on Kamas. And away comes Ty Lawrence, 2-on-1, shorthand with Diorio. Lawrence winds it and shoots, and the stop is made by Politin. Novak back with it inside a minute to go in this long Czech power play. And once again, Ty Lawrence causing all kinds of problems for the Czechs. Politin moving away from Lawrence. And the rink-wide pass goes to Novak. Philip Novak plays it back down. Betts out to play it. Diorio banks it back around the long side. It gets by Rumel and back out. 25 seconds to go on the Czech power play. That's broken up at center ice by Lawrence again, who's been terrific on the kill here. A month later, Ryan Lynn became the second rookie defenseman since Niedermayer to cross 50 points. Hannes works it back in. Hartl couldn't get that shot away. Banked back out by Liam Ruck. He finds his brother Marcus. In with Preston, shoots. Oh, what a stop there by Politin.
What's amazing about the kids, too, Gord, they remember it, too.
Probably do. Sekanina up for Neteros. Up there by Rudolph. Daxon Rudolph lifts it high off the glass and back down to the Czech zone. 5:45 to go in the second period. Canada still leading 1-0. Marcus Ruck worked that free for Preston. Mathis Preston winds in, has time, feeds that back. Here's Rudolph back with it. That long shot blocked in front by Rumo. Preston pivots back behind the goal. Lifts that back. Chartrand up at the Preston. Diorio with a shot. And Polsey makes the save. Marcus Ruck. Back to Chartrand. Rudolph a drive that's punched away by Politin. Novak. And it's broken up by Ty Lawrence. Lawrence works it free, walks in and fires. He rattled that wide. No race for it. Novak. And Lawrence erased him. Ty Lawrence has had a great period for Canada.
Absolutely. So a little adjustment here as Diorio's up on that line now and plays the Zilkin, and I think that could be really good for Alessandro. Got really good offensive ability, get him into those roles and give him some offensive pop.
Canada has 13 forwards dressed for the game, 7D. Rudolph works in and winds out around a minute and a half to go here in the period. Some European teams prefer to go 12 and 8 with the 20 skater roster. Gives you 4 full units. And that shot taken by Svensar was blocked. And now Kallis back for Kamas with a shot. It got through and that's knocked that away. Daxon Rudolph. Up ahead for Diorio. Back on his feet with a minute to go here in the period. From a sharp angle. Betts able to... He wouldn't have been selected. Diorio. And they're broken up at center ice. Moved back in by David Hook. Daxon Rudolph. There's it back around Rudolph. Out there along with Verhoff. And Diorio slides it in for Ty Lawrence, busting in. Lawrence in a long backhand shot. And the stop is made by Politis. So 0 for 5 on the power play with 7 shots. Rumo. Quarterback to the power play. Back for Novak. To Rumo. Being shelled there by Diorio. A pass misfired for Novak. And more ice time for Verhoff here on the penalty kill. Hit across by Maxa. Now Rumo, long shot. Knocked away by Betts. Novak works in. Centers it. Komenek with a shot. Saved by Betts. Rebound. Novak turned away as well. 2 good stops there by Gavin Betts.
That was a great save on the first one on Gavin Betts. He comes off the goal line, reads it, position, shuts down the net. Outstanding by Gavin Betts.
Tomek chips it back down to the Canadian zone. Bounces in behind the goal. Trefny reaching for it. And here is Kallis. Long point shot, tipped just wide. Verhoff on it, has time, banks it ahead. Canada's got a chance, 2-on-1, shorthanded. Edwards working in, feeds it back across. That bounced away from the zone. 8:45 to go here in the third period. And here at center ice. Racing back is Edwards. A hand pass could finish in third,
And that would set up a matchup versus Slovakia. So I guess there's some, but it go down to goal differential about who stays and who goes.
Yeah.
Just like the first place go the gold medal game if you got 2 first place teams.
Yeah. Lining in, great look there for Valentini on the wraparound try. Edwards scores. Beckham. Rumo. For Tomenek, that's broken up as Belchez comes racing across on Franchise. Tomenek feeds it back across, and that shot by Franchard was wide of the goal. Franchard back on it. Pass is picked off by Lawrence. That's center ice. Lawrence has it knocked away by Rumo. It's poked back and brought in by Diorio. Rumo lays it back across. Mathis Preston. Verhoff over 23 minutes already, and there's 5:19 to go here in the third. And now Edwards. Here he comes again, drops it back to Rudolph. A shot, scores! Daxon Rudolph snaps it home, and Canada's got a 3-0.
Daxon Rudolph jumps right into the play here, too, and that's an opportunity. Specken Edwards looks up. He's being challenged, and I give it to you, Daxon, and you can finish it. Gives him the space, but recognizing where there's space and opportunity is